What is going on, guys? Your boy G Patel back at it again with another food review. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I figured, you know what? Let's just do it. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for 100 subscribers. We hit that, and I'm very grateful. So let's just keep on keeping on and get more. Today, what I have to review is a cereal. I don't really like cereal that much, but you know what? I saw this at Walmart, and I had to get it. Minecraft Creeper Crunch cereal. Isn't that something? Right, I saw it, I'm like, wait a minute. Minecraft cereal? No way. So I actually skipped by it the first time at Walmart. But the second time, I had to get it. Let me read this box to you. Minecraft Creeper Crunch, it's a cinnamon flavored cereal with flavored marshmallows. So, it's pretty standard as far as your cereal goes. The box will give you a little description of what the cereal looks like. I thought they would go for maybe cubes or something, but clearly they went for cubes and marshmallows within the color palette of the pixels of a creeper, and then you have like this box with another box inscribed within it. Pretty unique design. If we're gonna read the side of the box, it says, "Change your world. Minecrafters think ahead, whether laying the foundation for an epic build or preparing for an awesome adventure." I'm not gonna read the whole thing to you because that would probably take a while, but let me just skim through it. This part of the box, I'll show you some of the box art, and maybe you could pause and read it for yourself if you'd like. Talks about sustainability, and I think that's something really important that we need to teach the youth of today. Sustainability is how we preserve our earth for the future generations to come, and if we can ingrain that into society now, it'll benefit everybody in the future. If we look on the other side, we get the nutrition facts. I'll give you a moment to pause, look at that if you'd like. One thing I noticed that I thought was a little bit misleading was the amount of calories that they put on here. They'll give you the cereal. The cereal alone, if you have one bowl of it, or which is equivalent of 1 1/3 cup, is 140 calories, and that's all fine and good, disclosing that information. But the cereal with milk, the milk they use is actually 3/4 cup skim milk. So I feel like they could be misleading children or parents buying the cereal for their children into thinking it has less sugar than it actually does because they're using skim milk to count for their calories rather than using whole milk, which is probably more often to be used. Either way, it's 104 calories for just a cereal and 200 calories with 3/4 skim milk. What is that with its whole milk equivalent? I'm not 100% sure. This is a grain oat-based cereal, and as far as sugar goes, it doesn't have all too much compared to modern cereals nowadays. You see your Fruity Pebbles, your Cocoa Puffs. A lot of them have higher sugar standards, but this one is actually pretty good when it comes to sugar. Let's see if I have a proper gram. You have about 12 grams in a bowl. So that's actually not awful. It's not the best either, but it's pretty standard. Maybe even a little bit low average when it comes to sugar. You have a good amount of vitamins and minerals, which is always good for growing children and healthy folks alike. I am neither, but still. On the back, you have information on redeeming what's right here. This cloak that you can add for your character. It is a sapphire adventure cloak, which is what they describe it on the box. It looks all right. You can see it's blue. It has a golden clasp right there, and it drapes over the right arm of your Minecraft avatar. But the thing that I noticed is that this isn't compatible with the Minecraft Java edition. It's only compatible with the Minecraft Bedrock, which runs on Windows 10 and consoles. I'm being picky here. I am personally a fan of the Java edition of Minecraft, but I'll always appreciate good cosmetic content, but not too much in the direction where Bedrock edition is heading nowadays when it comes to microtransactions. And the back just has some details on how to redeem it. I'll give you a moment to pause and read if you'd like. So, yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to the box. I don't want to bore you too long with just talking about the box, as I usually do with these kind of videos. But, it wouldn't be a classic GPTEL food review if I don't drone on about the box. Any last things I have to say, I love the design. The green really stands out, and it stood out to me at Walmart, especially compared to all of the reds and whites that you traditionally see with cereals. Just the green really was eye-popping and caught my attention, and especially the very iconic Creeper logo. It stood out, and I'm like, oh wow, Minecraft in my cereal aisle. I gotta pick that up. Fun fact: did you know that the Minecraft Creeper was actually made as an accident? If I remember correctly, when Notch, one of the original developers of Minecraft, was modeling the pig, instead of keeping it horizontal as most pigs are, it was flipped vertical and was stretched for some reason. And this strange model, he decided to keep it in the game and develop it as a creeper. Creepers haven't gone through many changes throughout the years in Minecraft. You have slight texture changes going from a lighter green to a more saturated green as seen on the box. And you also have maybe changes in texture when their explosions are happening from, I remember before the adventure update, you used to have more like very pixelated particles, and now it's more of a like circular like explosion-ish particle. That's nitpicky. It's not really that specific when it comes to particles. That's not what we're here for. We're here for some cereal. So let's get right to it. I here have a good old bowl, spoon, classic for whenever you need to pour out cereal. As you can see, the box is already open. I tried to keep this review as unbiased as possible, and I want to give you my first takes, but you know what? I got hungry a couple days ago, and I've been procrastinating on putting this out, so maybe, just maybe, I already had some of this cereal, but I'm going to do my best to relay that information to you. Fill this bowl up. This is also my breakfast, so I'd like to be satiated before I fill my bowl up to the degree that I have. And let's return this back to the bag. I'll put that to the side for now. So I'll take you in for something before we look at how the cereal tastes. We have 3 varieties of marshmallows. You've got this kind of dark green, this yellow green or like neon green, and this really like light pastel-y green. Let's see if I can give you a better look at these. This is the pastel, this is the neon, this is the dark green. And these are pretty clear what they're trying to represent, the corresponding colors on the model of a creeper. And you know, I'm all for that. That's a pretty cool idea. The other thing we have is clearly obviously the cereal. This is the shape that we come in. It's pretty box accurate. If we look at it, it's just a square, and you have another square inscribed on the diagonal. And you know, I'm not too sure what inspired this thing. Obviously the square, you know, Minecraft cubes makes sense, but having like the 4 different like squares in each quadrant with the diamond square, I guess, inscribed on the inside, I'm curious to see as to what inspired that in the design process. If I had gone for it, I would probably have first thought of just a regular cube, as to be expected from Minecraft, of course. But it's probably good to keep variety in the geometry of your cereal. Plus, you'd rather not have the marshmallow and the cereal have the exact same shape, because then the texture becomes monotonous, and maybe it isn't as visually interesting or appealing as this more unique design shown to us here. If we go for the aromas we usually do, you definitely smell the cinnamon. This is a cinnamon-based cereal after all, so I can smell pretty strongly this, the smell of cinnamon, and a light sweetness when it comes to the marshmallow. I'll give you a little bowl POV. Maybe you can grasp the marshmallow to cereal ratio. It's actually pretty good. It's not too much, as I've seen some cereals that we have, you know, an overload of marshmallows, which is pretty unhealthy. But there are enough marshmallows to satisfy that sweet tooth you have in the morning. Let's try some of these things on their own before we put any milk in. Also, a controversial take. I put my milk in after I put my cereal. I actually don't think that's controversial. I feel like that's probably what the majority does. And the more controversial take is put the milk in, then put the cereal. I'm using cold whole milk for my milk of choice, by the way, in case you're wondering. So let's try one of these pieces right here. This is one of the squares. I'll get one more. Yep, you can definitely still sell spoon in. Okay, so I'm personally not the biggest fan of cereal, and some might call that as probably indicative of why I shouldn't be giving this food review, because if I'm not a fan of cereal, maybe I'm not going to be the most accurate or unbiased judge of it. But from an average consumer standpoint, I don't think there's anything wrong with the cereal. It tastes pretty good. The cinnamon isn't too pronounced. Honestly, the cinnamon smell is stronger than the cinnamon taste, but perhaps that's just my uncultured palate when it comes to cereals. Because honestly, my cereal of choice is the Walmart knockoff of Fruity Pebbles, Fruity Dino Bites. It's not a sponsor, by the way. Um, I really enjoyed the texture. That's probably not the first thing someone would think about when it comes to eating a cereal. They'd probably more be concerned about how it tastes, but it's really surprising because like you bite it and it feels like all of these puffs right here are pretty like hollow and airy. You know, through a cross section actually. Yeah, let's see how well you can see that. It is that gonna focus? Is that gonna focus? I don't think it'll focus. But the inside, though it may appear dense, it has a lot of small holes, which really lightens the whole cereal. And when you chomp into it, you have a really satisfying crunch, but then also you have it slowly start to dissolve, and your teeth go in it with initial resistance, but after they kind of slide through. I really enjoy that. Also, I feel the hollow center provides a little shift in texture. By hollow, I mean the hole within the cereal. I feel like that breaks up the monotony and also gives variation to bite force, and that's something I appreciate in this cereal. It's a thing I like about it. Taste standard. I know it's cereal. You're not gonna get the strongest of flavors unless you add a whole bunch of artificial sweeteners or flavorings, or maybe have like honey or something like that. Maybe you'd pair this with like some fruit. Um, but on its own, I think that it's pretty bog standard. Um, average, not terrible. Hints of cinnamon, not too much. Smells more cinnamon. Let's go to one of these marshmallows. I'll just grab, this is one of the teal green ones, I suppose, and I doubt that'll focus. You can see the relative size right here. That's my fingernail for scale. So it's not too thick. This is pretty normal as far as marshmallow will go when it comes to cereal. Yeah, that's just a marshmallow. There's nothing to it. If you're a standard like little like dehydrated marshmallow that comes in most of your cereals, um, I like it. There's nothing off-putting about it. It doesn't. Actually, one thing I could mention: some cereals, especially like cheaper off-brand ones, their marshmallows when they rehydrate in your mouth and start to dissolve, they leave behind like a sticky residue, and I don't feel this in this marshmallow. I feel like this is a pretty quality marshmallow. Okay, so now that we've tasted it, let me just take a moment to show you some dimensions on this thing. We'll whip out a ruler and see each cereal of this thing. The cereal itself is a square of about a centimeter and a third, so 1.3 centimeters by 1.3 centimeters, and its thickness is about half a centimeter. So if you were to crunch the numbers there for the volume of the cereal, you'd have 1.3 times 1.3 times 0.5. You'd have about an eighth of a cubic centimeter in volume, but that's obviously decreased because of the hole in the middle, which I'm not going to calculate out on the spot for you. I probably should, but I'm a bit lazy here. And the marshmallow, if you measure it out, it's going to be a centimeter by centimeter by half a centimeter. That's going to be 1 by 1 by 1/2 cubic centimeter in volume. One thing I noticed is that this isn't anything important review wise, but look at this marshmallow. Two of them fused together. Interesting stuff. But let's probably get to what most of you guys are waiting for. Let's throw some milk in this and get a proper taste test. This is the milk I'm using. Sam's Club brand, whole milk. Nothing too special. I'm not a fan of any of these like half and half, skim, 2%, or almond milk, so let's just use regular whole milk. This is cold, although maybe it warmed up a little bit as I've kept it out of the fridge for a bit. And so there we go. One thing I definitely noticed, when this cereal hydrates with milk, you don't hear a crackling sound. Here, this is what the cereal looks like. I don't want to spill anything. Maybe it'd be better if I move the camera. There you go. This is what the cereal is looking like when it's hydrated with milk. One thing I noticed is that you don't hear any crackling sounds. I know with Rice Krispies, a big selling point is the ability to hear the snap, crackle, pop as you put the milk in, and it starts. That was a really bad onomatopoeia. I'm sorry about that. You start hearing the sound as the milk is getting to it, but this is pretty quiet as far as cereal goes. Let's see how this holds up to being in milk. I wonder if it's gonna get soggy or not. I mean, I don't wonder. I've had a bowl already, and I'll tell you right now, it doesn't. But let's do it together. It definitely holds up on its own when it's in the milk, the cereal. It holds up and doesn't immediately sog away like some of the pebble varieties of cereal do. The pebbles have a higher surface area to volume ratio, and with that they absorb more milk relative to their total volume. And with this, even though it has a high surface area because of the hole in the middle, its overall volume is greater. Therefore, it absorbs the milk at a slower rate. So you're not getting soggy cereal, basically. I have a standard spoon. We've got 2 marshmallows and 7 pieces of cereal, which I think is a good ratio of marshmallow to cereal. Let's try it. I think the milk really brings this together, and having cereal in conjunction with the marshmallow, in conjunction with the milk, is what really wraps around this whole flavor palette together. The cinnamon you can actually taste stronger now that it's being complemented by a liquid such as the milk and aided by the sweetness of the marshmallow. And the marshmallows are there to provide a kick of sweetness so that it isn't just grain and dairy you're consuming. And the milk does a good job of slightly dissolving things together, making the marshmallow a little already dissolved, ready for you to consume. The cereal definitely has a good crunch to it. You have to put some chew into it, and even when it's completely covered in milk, it's not soggy. You can enjoy yourself while consuming this cereal, but I suppose if I leave it out here for as long as I'm talking, maybe that won't be the case. Go for another bite. Maybe I'll have more comments to say. I'm trying to see how quickly this cereal is getting soggy, so I'm getting something from the bottom. After we finish the cereal, the milk turns a pretty cool green color with speckles from the cereal itself. And it tastes pretty good too. So yeah, that was a really good cereal. I would say it's pretty standard. Is it my favorite? No. I'm pretty partial when it comes to my cereal. And just in general, I'm not the biggest fan of it in the first place. But would I eat it again? Of course. I'm gonna literally eat it for breakfast right now after I'm done filming this video, and I'll eat it again to finish the box off. I think maybe I'll have a short tidbit pop up on the screen showing in game how it looks, the sapphire cloak, and also I'm gonna redeem the code because I don't want the code going if I publish a video. I guess I'll show you that probably as I've been talking. Maybe I'll do a voiceover, I guess. And I guess by now we're probably back to me. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your view. Let me know in the comments if you have tried this cereal, if you enjoy it. Let me know if you put your cereal in first or your milk in first. And like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate the subscribers. Thanks for 100. Let's get 100 more. And thank you. Bye.